using AI is fun, but for it to be actually useful, we need it to be as fast as possible. A good tool for that are AI voice agents like this one. I have an appointment with my dentist on Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
The appointment with your dentist has been successfully scheduled on Friday, April 4th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
In this video, I will show you how to build this Google Calendar AI voice agent that will, if you call it, schedule appointments into your Google Calendar and then return a voice message to you that will simply tell you if the action was successful. Okay guys, so the very first thing that you're gonna have to do is create a new bot on Telegram and then connect that bot to n8n. That is super easy. You simply go to the bot father chat and then type /new bot. You're gonna get a token and a link to the bot. You're gonna copy paste the token into your n8n credential. So you simply connect your Telegram trigger in here and then go here, new credential, and then paste the token in that you get. And then of course you're also going to have to click on the link for the bot so that you are in the chat. Then the second thing that we're going to have to add is an if node. That's at least if you also wanted to be able to receive text messages, because this way we can either send a text message or a voice message and it will be able to process both. So simply add an if node, and then in the if node simply map the JSON message that you get from the Telegram trigger and put that on exists. So A exists, so A for string, because if it exists, the chat message, then we're directly going to send that to the agent because that's just going to be a text message. And if it doesn't exist, this entire data will go through this lower stream here, and then the voice message can be processed. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is to download the voice file so that we can then process it using AI. So first of all, we're going to have to download it from Telegram. So simply put that HTTP request node, then set the method to get and add this URL right here. So https://api.telegram.org/bot, then put the bot token that is already in your credential. You're going to have to copy paste that in here. Then /getFile?file_ID equals, and then map the file ID that you get from the Telegram trigger. Be very careful that there is no space between equal sign and the file ID. That's usually how it looks when it's mapped, but you don't want that space, otherwise it doesn't work. We're not going to have to set anything else up here, no authentication or nothing. Then we're going to get the file path from that. And now the next HTTP node is to download the file. So I'll again show you how it's set up. Set the method to get, set the URL to https://api.telegram.org/file/bot, and then again your bot token / and then put the file path that you get from the previous HTTP node. And again, be careful that there's no space right here because otherwise it doesn't work. For this one, you're also going to have to go down here and click on add option, and then right here you will have the option respond. Click on that. I've already added one, so it's right here. Wait, let me show you now. So add option, then click response, and then leave this both on off, and right here select file. And this should already have the right name for your file. If it doesn't have the right name, so up here there will be your file, it needs to have the same name here as your file name is. And that's already how we download the file. And now we can get into the AI transcription part. And that, once again, super simple. We're simply going to connect an OpenAI transcribe recording node. So again, select your OpenAI account, then resource, select audio, and then right here, select transcribe recording for operation. And again, here, input data field name, input your data field name. So in my case, data. What I find very helpful for the calendar bot is to also add a date and time node, which is very important, because otherwise the AI is stuck in 2023 for some reason. And if you tell it to add an event tomorrow, it will add that event somewhere in 2023. So we'll also have to give it the current time. So simply add a date and time node, operation, get current time, include current time on, and then you can give it any name that you want. This just cannot have any spaces because it's a variable. And then we can already set up our agent. So simply add an AI agent, add OpenAI chat model for the model or whatever model you like, add window buffer memory, and then for tool add Google Calendar create event. You could also add a tool like watch events or something so that it will message you when there's a new event created, or that you can ask it if you have time on a certain day, for example, it will check your events for you. But I set this to set event, of course, because I want to create an event. So simply set this up as I did here, connect your calendar account, tool description to set automatically, resource event, operation create, and then calendar. You have to select your calendar from the list of your calendar account, select the right calendar. And then right here, this is the very interesting part, where we let the AI define the start and the end of the event and also the name of the event, because of course we want the agent to add the event. For that, we're simply going to add this from AI function. So simply type it like this, bracket open, double bracket, and then it will already like show you the different functions that you can use. Simply take from AI function, this one right here, you can simply click on it and then we'll add it. And then what we're going to have to add in these brackets down here is first of all two little marks on the top so that it knows that this is the names. First of all, we're going to have to add the name, then comma, again open these little things up, and then add a description for the name here. So I told it to call this start time, and then for description time when the event should start. Same we're going to do for end time, of course. And then also very important, set this to on, and right here down here, because we also want the AI to give the event a name. Under additional fields, click add field, and then you should select summary right here. I've already added it, so it doesn't show me, but summary is basically the title that the event has. So again, add from AI function and then event title, and I simply described it as a proper title for the calendar event. So we want the AI to give the event a proper title. And then that's already the setup for the Google Calendar node. And then the last thing is to set up the agent. So for agent, select tools agent, select define below, not connected chat trigger node. It will not work with that. And then also I've told it to put the following event into my calendar, and then I've added the event from either the if node, so this is the text message, or if the text message doesn't exist, this is what these two little straights do, then you're going to have to take the voice message. So open two brackets, then map your message, your text message, then put these two stripes, and then put the text message output from the OpenAI node. This way it knows either the text message exists, then I'm going to take that one, or if it doesn't exist, I'm going to take the voice message. Now we of course also want it to get the current time, so simply tell it this is the current time and then map the current date from the previous date and time node. And then also for your output, only tell the user if it was successful and how you scheduled it. Do not provide a link. You could also have it to provide a link, which it will automatically do if you don't tell it not to do it. But I find, because it responds with a voice message, that it will simply tell you the link, which doesn't do you any favor. So if you leave it for the output for a text message, then this can definitely make sense, because you can just click on the link and it will open up your calendar. But as I told you, we're going to have it respond with a voice message, and that's why I do not want it to provide a link. That just gets annoying. And now the very last thing that we're obviously going to have to do is also send the audio message. So for that, simply connect a Telegram node. Again, select your bot, resource is message, operation is send audio, and then you're going to have to map the chat ID that we're going to get from the Telegram trigger right in here so that it knows which chat to send the message to. Select binary file on, and then input binary field. Simply again put the name of your downloaded file in here. So in this case it's data, and reply markup. We're going to set this to 1, not going to add any further properties, and that's already our finished AI voice agent for Google Calendar. You can do a lot of things with this. You can automate your entire calendar, you could automate Gmail, you could basically automate anything that is possible to automate with n8n, and that is basically everything that you would want to automate. This way, we're already done with the video. You can now officially build your very first AI voice agent for Google Calendar, for Gmail, for whatever you want. Of course, if the video helped you, please consider leaving a subscription to the channel to support the channel, and also not to miss any future tutorials on n8n, on business automation and everything within that niche. Also, if you want to automate your business but don't want to get into building workflows and applications yourself, simply message me on YouTube or on X and we'll figure something out for you. And until then, I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye.